Yay, we actually moved that. Whoops, a daisy. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Sorry, folks, I'm literally just got in to do this live stream, and I'm hopelessly disorganised. But we'll try and cope as we go along. So yes, I'm just going to get up the match stuff and the match report. Because I've made downloads, as a lot of my subscribers will know. I do a lot of this sort of stuff on the fly, and this is very much on the fly. I have organised absolutely nothing, basically. I'm hopelessly underprepared, but we will make do. But I've actually got a table for a change, so I can actually sit down and talk to you guys. Yeah, so just while I'm getting everything prepared for match reports as well. I'm going to put match of the day on in a minute as well. In fact, let me do that now. So I think match of the day's on in about 5 minutes. Yeah, so 1-1. Initial thoughts, could have been better, could have been worse. Well, obviously it goes without saying because it was a draw. But I'll start off with one thing I liked. A week ago, we lose that match. Basically, that ends up 2-0 Sunderland, and we got a point out of it at the end of the day. And I know there's going to be a lot of people disappointed. Obviously, the run goes on, but if you look at it a different way, we're actually unbeaten in 2 now, and for the first time this year, we've actually come back from like nearly losing the match at the end of the day. Yes, yeah, how are we doing? Yes, yes, that's a very good result for you, isn't it? I think you might as well just have we might as well just give you the league title now and have done with it, really, and just not waste everyone's time. I think it's done now. Arsenal are what? In fact, I can tell you, because I've got all me bits and pieces next to me for a change. I want to say Arsenal are, 7, 8, maybe 9 points clear. I'm just going to have a look now. Let's have a look. I want to say you're about 8 or 9 points clear. Right, I'll just get this up. Premier League tables. Arsenal are 5 points clear of Man City. Yeah, I mean, bloody hell, Aston Villa are in third. Yeah, did they? Because I'm catching up with all the scores here. Did they end up having some mad result, like beating? Was it someone 4-3 or something? I'm just going to have a look because I'm totally underprepared with this. So we've actually got Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. Well, yeah, I could have told you that was going to happen. Brighton 3, Aston Villa 4. Right, well, that's quite helpful for us because that keeps gets us a bit closer to Brighton, which is a bit of a weird thing to say. Chelsea obviously losing to my hometown Leeds United. It's awesome. The locals outside at the moment, because I live in Leeds, I'm literally about 10 minutes round the corner from the ground. They're going absolutely mental outside. There's fireworks and all sorts going off. So yeah, well done to Leeds United for that. So strictly speaking, we've made ground up on Chelsea. We've made ground up on Brighton because, guys, let's have it right. Those are our competitors now. Arsenal are none of our business. Man City are none of our business. We need to aim to be finishing between, I don't know, we need to be in that 7th place to 3rd place category, which we are at the moment. Obviously, I was hoping that, well, obviously I didn't want Chelsea to beat Leeds, it goes without saying, but I was hoping that Leeds would be in this slightly sombre mood, because I just thought Chelsea would absolutely batter them, but as it turns out, they have not battered them. And Leeds United are now, in fact, I'll tell you where Leeds are, should anyone be interested. Leeds are above the bottom 3, 3 points clear of West Ham, and we play them next on a Saturday night at Ellen Road. Oh my good God almighty. Interestingly enough, I've actually got a Jolly Boys Day out with the boys in, I think it's a week's time, and they're all Leeds United fans. So Liverpool, I'm not asking for a win. Please do not lose, because I will never ever hear the end of this. But after the latest round of results, sorry, I will more professionally next time. But after the latest round of results, we are still in eighth, only on goal difference behind Brighton, still a point behind Sunderland, point behind Crystal Palace, and we're now only 2 points off Chelsea. So, I mean, strictly speaking, I mean, Villa have gone well ahead of us now. They're like 5 points clear of us, which is insane because Villa were like nowhere a while ago. It's actually not that bad, to be completely honest. But yeah. Anyway, I'll try and I'll try and look into what's been happening. As per usual, obviously this will be on YouTube. Podcast and YouTube video when it loads up. Probably not going to be on for a huge amount of time tonight because it's been a long day, Reds, to be honest. And I really could have done without the last 20 minutes of the Liverpool versus Sunderland match, but it's fine, it's fine. After all, I have this. And for once, because it's been a bit of a day, for once this does not have water in it. If you smell what the rock is cooking. So, yeah, I'm just going to put Match of the Day on now as well. I don't know. I think it's starting soon. So, yeah, top headline, obviously, Mo Salah was dropped. Again, I think we can now say he wasn't rested. He was definitely dropped. Obviously, Robbo came in for Kirkes. So it was more, other than that, changed more or less the same side. Let's have a look. Oh, Transport and Other Things. What was the score for it? Oh, hi, Transport. It was 1-1 in the end, dude. Like I said, I was just going to talk about it, to be honest. I'm not actually that disappointed because, again, we haven't lost. I know that's not very ambitious, but we've just been on the club's worst run since 1953. A win at West Ham and a draw at Sunderland, I would have ripped your hand off for that about a week ago. So, yes, we should be beating Sunderland at home, but we came from behind, and I want to say the lads, I want to say Florian Wirtz got the goal in the 79th minute. I mean, we could have well have lost that match because Sunderland played really well. They hit the post a fair few times, we hit the post. So, bearing in mind a lot of our rivals for Champions League lost tonight as well. And obviously Tottenham and Newcastle, they drew last night as well. It's actually not been a horrendous midweek for us. I mean, we even could have won it, but I'll get onto this a bit. But Federico Chiesa, take a bow, my man. He's literally won us a point tonight. I'll just say, if any of you are watching Match of the Day right now, put Match of the Day on and just watch the Chiesa clearance. It was absolutely bloody brilliant. So overall, it's not been a horrendous night for the Red. Look, I mean, obviously I would have liked to have won, but you know, that's 4 points out of 6. I mean, we had literally no points out of 6 and 6 goals conceded in the last couple of league games before this. So I'm not too disappointed, to be completely honest. Anyway, swig of water for the working man. Oh, get in. Right, guys. If any of you are watching, Match of the Day is on now. I'm going to kind of watch it at the same time as talk. And they're showing the Leeds Chelsea match first. Get in. I think that's probably why I'm a bit buzzing, to be honest, because like obviously we all hate Chelsea, and I live in Leeds, and Leeds are like, I don't know, my local club, so I'm very pleased for them. The locals are in a good mood. Like I said, we've actually gained ground in the table. I mean, look, forget about Arsenal. They're none of our business anymore. There's no league title of any kind whatsoever. But obviously, Chelsea are a bit closer to us now. We haven't lost ground on Sunderland. Newcastle and Tottenham drew last night. Obviously, Brighton lost. Villa have gone a bit ahead of us. So I would say Liverpool need to be aiming to finish third, basically. The only trouble is, obviously, if we don't get the result against Leeds, then it does get slightly harder because we've got Brighton and then we've got Spurs. But I mean, then again, Brighton have just lost tonight. Tottenham aren't exactly ripping up any trees at the minute. Here we go. I think this is the Leeds goal. No, I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, all in all, I'm not massively disappointed. I think it's just the fact that we haven't lost for a change, to be completely honest. Because Here we go. Yeah, Leeds goal. Wow, what a header that is. Um, yeah, so look, I mean, it's not really cool being slightly pleased with a draw against Sunderland, who were only promoted. But I mean, let's have it right. Sunderland are no mugs. They are no mugs. They have played extremely well this season. Obviously, they beat Chelsea as well. I want to say they ran Man City quite close. They run United close. Um, They have beaten. Obviously, they drew with the champions-elect Arsenal at the end of the day. So they're no mugs. You know what I mean? So it's quite a decent result for us. So yeah, I'm going for everything. I'm just having a look at the Liverpool Echo at the minute. Oh, that's really good. A contingent from Sunderland, led by club captain Granit Xhaka, placed a floral wreath at the Diogo Jota Memorial at Anfield. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh no. Diogo Jota would have celebrated his 29th birthday tomorrow. Rest in peace, Diogo. Oh, rest in peace, Diogo, mate. Pour one out for Diogo. What a bloke, still missing. So yeah, I'm just trying to look at everything else that happened. Let's have a look. Um, yeah, Alexander Isak got booed. There's no surprise there. Let's have a look. Verts. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Allison basically spilled Trey Hume, I think his name is. Basically, he ended up having a shot from like miles out, which Allison spilled. It kind of went onto the bar. In fact, is this Leeds' second goal? No. So yeah, Sunderland hit the bar. I think we ended up with like 3 or 4 shots, like for Sunderland and for Liverpool, that ended up coming off the bar. It did seem like quite a decent game actually. Obviously, Verts plays in Cody Gakpo. Szoboszlai went close. So, Leeds have just scored again. There we go. Go on, Leeds. Alexis McAllister hit the post as well. So, yeah. First half, kind of entertaining, not entertaining. Um, Mo Salah came on for Cody Gakpo, so obviously, like, it's not totally broken between him and Arda. I mean, on that point, I agree with the manager, to be completely honest. I know obviously Arda's been getting a lot of stick before the last couple of results, but at the end of the day, Mo Salah has not been playing well for Liverpool. It's as simple as that. I agree with him being dropped, quite honestly, and I think it's a good move by the gaffer, and hopefully Salah improves before I mean, the other thing is as well, maybe Liverpool are doing 4D chess a little bit with Salah because it's not like he's going away. He is actually going to play an international football tournament at AFCON. He's going to get, if Egypt get anywhere in that tournament, I mean, he's going to be playing what, 3, 4, 5, what, potentially 7 matches. So he's going to be playing more or less the same amount of matches that we play while he's at AFCON at the end of the day. So maybe I'll just future proofing and protecting. Obviously, Joey Gomez played again. He played okay. I'm just delighted for Joe that he's actually managed to string 2 of performances together. Is this Chelsea goal? Yeah, Chelsea. That's a good finish from Neto, actually. It's a very good finish. So yeah, Joey Gomez played, which was pretty decent. So then things got a little bit tense. Sunderland hit the post again. And then Talby, is it, scored the goal? But yeah, deflection off Van Dijk, but Sunderland basically went 1-0 up. So that was like the 70th minute or something on his way. Ekatike came on. Florian Wirtz then thought he'd scored, but basically his shot was also deflected, or his effort was deflected, and basically he's not been given the goal, which is really, really unfair. I mean, hopefully they appeal it, because when I first saw it, because obviously I've only seen the goals and stuff, um, and I thought such for it. I was like, surely they can give that to Florian Wirtz, but apparently not. It is not the season of goodwill to all men, apparently, according to the FA people. And then the moment of the match, Federico Chiesa, whatever his name was, is a door. If there's any Sunderland fans, but Calvert Lewin scored. Lol. Um, whatever his name is, Isidore went clean through from Roof's ball. And then Chiesa, I mean, I don't even know where he came from. He literally just like belted his way back and booted it off the line. So, Fede, yet again, I mean, this is the one thing that I actually disagree with the gaffer a little bit now, because the evidence is stacking up. I mean, Federico Chiesa has now scored, what is it, 3 goals, assisted 3, been man of the match 2 to 3 times, and has just saved us a point. And he's hardly played. I mean, that is not bloody bad at all, to be honest. I really hope Fede is going to get a go while Mo Salah is at AFCON. Maybe that's been the plan all along, but it's getting to the stage where I don't think Arne really, really has much of an excuse not to play him. I mean, the bloke can't do much more than he's done. I mean, he's literally rescued a point for us tonight. So, Arne, please play Federico Chiesa. By the way, if anyone's watching Match of the Day, that goal from Calvert Lewin is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Let's have a look. Hey J5, how you doing? Hello, are you English? More or less. British Ghanaian. Probably more Ghanaian, to be honest. But Ghanaian with an English accent, kind of. And yeah, basically that was the story of the match. So it was ended 1-1. Let's have a look. Cara. Yeah, I'm just watching Leeds United come off the field against Chelsea. Lol. I say lol, but sadly we're actually playing Leeds this weekend, and I live literally 10 minutes around the road from Leeds United, and all the lads are Leeds United fans. And I've got a Jolly Boys Day out with them a week on Saturday for Christmas drinks, so I'm going to get slaughtered in the boozer by the boys, and it's going to be very, very unpleasant, I would have thought. Jay, I'm Scottish. Nice one, dude. Nice one. You are very, very much welcome. Dare I ask who your team is? There's a reaction from Curtis Jones, Florian Wirtz. Comments from Florian Wirtz. Here we go. We wanted to win and got the draw. So unlucky. I was very welcome to the team. It's a very good team, and I'm very happy to be here. We are in a good way to come back, and we are doing everything to come back and win games. We wanted to win today. We want to be on top of the table. We just have to keep working hard, and hopefully things will change. Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, to be completely, I mean, those of you that will listen on the podcast tomorrow, because obviously this will be out as a podcast, I don't expect many viewers tonight, because everyone will be watching Match of the Day or getting drunk because it's Christmas. And yes, I have noticed my viewing figures since the Christmas period started have dropped ever so slightly, which is fair enough, that's fine. And yeah, I mean, like I said, look, I'm not buzzing that we've drawn with Sunderland. However, literally a week ago, if Liverpool had gone 1-0 behind to Sunderland, it would have been 2 or 3-0 by the end. So on this one occasion, fair play to the lads. I didn't think they played that badly, at least from what I saw. And they've got a point. And I've been screaming about this for weeks and weeks and weeks now, that if you can't win the match, make sure if you equalise, shut up shop and get a point. And I wouldn't say Liverpool shut up shop, but obviously Chiesa did that fantastic thing at the end. And I think something clicked. Maybe the team were like, do you know what, we've got quite lucky here. I think Sunderland hit the post about 3 times in the end. We hit the post twice. So, you know, fair play to Sunderland at the end of the day. They're absolutely pulling up trees. They've got some very, very good players. And I dare I say they might be quite disappointed they haven't won, to be honest, because they are now definitely a Champions League challenger. And I don't say that taking the mickey. At the end of the day, Sunderland are in sixth place on merit, and they are what the team I'm watching now, Chelsea. I think Sunderland are. In fact, I can tell you, Sunderland are in sixth place on 23 points, and they are 1 point off Chelsea, who are fourth and apparently in the race for the title. So I think it's quite interesting this season that there's this middle core of teams. I mean, hi Jay again. Arbroath. Oh, very good, mate. Very good. Rangers are Scottish teams. My English team is Newcastle United. Oh, yes. Yes, Newcastle, mate. Yeah, they're playing Sunderland. That's my Jolly Boys Day out that I'm going to with the lads. I reckon that's going to be a bit tainted, that match. I've got a Newcastle mate, one of my best mates in the world, who is slightly pooing himself about the match as we speak. But yeah, that should be good. Yeah, and I'm very surprised Newcastle are in 19th place. Let's have a look. 19th. Sorry. 12. Yeah, Newcastle are in 12th place, but they're only 3 points off us. That was the kind of thing I was going to say, to be honest. Like, if you look at this table, it's absolutely bizarre. I mean, Bournemouth are Bournemouth are in 14th on 19 points, and Bournemouth are 5 points off Chelsea, who are in fourth, which is completely insane. So there we go. Sunderland has given a great performance this. Yeah, dude, they've been really, really good. This is why I'm not too disappointed, Jay. To be completely honest, because like I said, they are in sixth place on merit. They've beaten what they have beaten some big teams. I can't actually remember who they've beaten. Obviously, they've beaten Chelsea. They've had a draw against us now. They've got a draw against basically Arsenal, who are pretty much the champions. Let's have it right. So yeah, there needs to be treated with respect at the end of the day, and they are a very good football team, very well coached. Can't really argue with it, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not really that disappointed, to be completely honest, but yeah, it is what it is. We are something. I'm not going to read that out. I'll take your word for it, dude. I will take your word for it. Now watching Brighton versus Villa, which apparently finished 4-3 or something like that. Let's have a look. Yes, they are above Newcastle. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, folks. Like I said, I haven't really prepared anything for this, to be completely honest, because some of the subscribers will know I've literally just gone back to work and there's complete and utter chaos going on in my life, and I actually got home from work about an hour and a half ago, give or take. Had to say hello to the family, look after my lads. Haven't even had any food yet. Now watching Match of the Day, and there's just all sorts of nonsense and chaos going on. So the live streams have not been of their quite of their usual standard. But there we go. Hopefully, I will be back a little bit and doing a bit better with them. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, that goal is awful. By the way, I've just seen Brighton's goal against Villa. What the hell was that? But yeah, more Liverpool thoughts. Let's have a look. Do you have a Scottish team you support? Not really, Jay. To be honest, do you know what? I like the fact, I don't know, because my ignorance, Jay, of Scotland is very, very ignorant. I quite like the fact there's a bit of well, I mean, not a race, because I'm sure Celtic will start charging off with the league now. But like, I quite like the fact that there's a bit of excitement. No, it was Brighton 2-0 up. How on earth did they lose that much? I quite like the fact there's a bit of a title race going on. You know what I mean? Because like it's so many years where it's Rangers Celtic, and it's not even been Rangers Celtic. I mean, what Celtic won the last? Have they won 10 of the last 11 Scottish Premier Leagues or something like that? And it's just nice to see someone like Hearts there. This, that, and the other. So. Yeah, there we go. Hey Israel, how you doing? You all right? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I don't know if I haven't really got a favourite, Jane. I just quite like the fact that it's a bit more competitive this year. I mean, I don't know how Scottish fans feel. I mean, maybe most of them just want Celtic and Rangers. I don't know, but like obviously north of the border, it's quite nice to see some more teams, I guess, being a bit more competitive. I don't know what you think, but yeah, it's nice to see a bit more competitiveness anyway. Um, but yeah, back to the sort of podcast of it all. Liverpool wise, look, like I said, this is probably only going to be a short one for me tonight because, like I said, I'm very tired and I want to watch the football and have some food and have a bit to drink and so on and so forth. Thoughts? We're two unbeaten now. It's not like we're cheering from the rooftops, but we've come back and it's the first time all season we've actually come back from being a goal down. I mean, that is literally the first time. This is the first draw that we've had, to be honest. Fair play to the boys for coming back. I mean, I don't think there's much we could have done about the goal because it took like a massive deflection off Van Dijk. Sunderland did have their chances. They've hit the post 3 times. Like I said, they're a very decent football team. Obviously, we got the win against West Ham as well. So that's 2 unbeaten. We've only conceded a goal, which was a deflection. So you're talking that's nearly 2 lots of clean sheets. So I'm just watching Villa equalise now against Brighton. Was that not an equaliser? Well, surely that was over the line. Anyway. Sorry, I'm still watching Match of the Day at the minute. Yeah, and obviously Foreign Verts is now playing well. I mean, if we can get the win against Leeds, which has now been made even more difficult, thank you very much, Chelsea, for that. If we can get the win against Leeds, then, or at least get a draw, then that's 3 unbeaten and so on and so forth. Is this the goal for Villa? It's a good finish by Watkins, that is. If we can win, then that's like 7 points from 9. You know what I mean? And then that's going to put us somewhere in the region of maybe 3rd or 4th. So the Leeds match is quite big now. I think my other thoughts on Liverpool is I think for us Liverpool fans, we need to get used to the fact that this is where we are now. 1 week we're going to win, 1 week we're going to lose. This is not going to be consistency city this season by any stretch of the imagination. And yeah, we'll just have to hope we're consistent enough in a very inconsistent league to get top 5. I mean, obviously you've got the coefficient. I don't know if we're English-wise top of that at the minute. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look into it. Look, if we can get top 5, if England are top of the coefficient, I think for this season that's just got to be the aims now. Just get into the Champions League and go from there. Which is going to be difficult as it is because there's a lot of good. I mean, literally, Bournemouth were pulling up trees the other day, and they're in 14th, but they're 5 points off 3rd, which is just mental at this time of year. So there we go. I'd love someone other than Rangers or Celtic to win the league. Yeah, I think I would, Jay, as well. It'd be really good. I mean, I don't even know to suggest, to be honest. It'd be like hilarious if it was like St Mirren or Kilmarnock or someone like that, and there's like Celtic and Rangers fans absolutely losing it and going mental. But yeah, I suppose it'd be good to have Rangers, if it's got to be Celtic and Rangers getting one, but they look like a complete shambles at the minute as well. I mean, I think that Roll guy's doing okay, but am I right in thinking they drew? Did they drew St Mirren at the weekend or something like that? I know Celtic won, and I think Hearts drew with Motherwell. Was it at the weekend? I forget, but yeah, it'd be nice to have someone else winning it, wouldn't it? But yeah, it is what it is. Aston Villa have just scored 4th. What a game this is! I'm looking forward to seeing the Man City and Fulham match as well because I didn't see any football yesterday either. So yeah. Match of the day is going to be good tonight. To be honest, folks, that's probably about it from me tonight. So, I'm just trying to think for the podcast listeners because, like I said, this is very, very disorganised, and I do apologise. In respect of what is coming up, I will try and pull up my little list because, in fact, I'll talk about some of the stuff I do on the channel, seeing as there's not much going on. So, most of the subscribers will know, and obviously I've said this a million times, I don't just do Liverpool, I do cover horror, Pride, toy hunts, comic cons, pro wrestling. I do different shows pretty much 3 or 4 times a week on different things. So, for example, I'm a massive AEW fan, so I'll be doing my live show of AEW tomorrow. And basically, I've got loads and loads of content. So, if you do want to like and subscribe, you're more than welcome to. It's GeekBoyMeta7381. And yeah, if you just want to sit here and chat, I'm always up for that. Like I said, I've got beer in my hand. Life is not going too badly. It's nearly Christmas, nearly time to chill out, and yeah, watching Match of the Day, which is always good. But yeah, I do like loads and loads of different things as well. I do like got a couple of podcasts as well. So I do one for wrestling. This one that I'm doing now for Liverpool, strictly speaking, will be the Liverpool podcast as well, which is Geek Boy, a Liverpool story. And you can listen to that on YouTube Sounds and also YouTube video. And the video should be available probably around midday tomorrow when it's finished processing, because it takes ages to process. I have no idea why, but there we go. So yeah, that's what I do basically. In terms of the Liverpool stuff, I'll tell you what I'm up to. In fact, I'll just go through, seeing as I've got a bit of time for a change. I will go through what is coming up on the channel, because I've actually got a boatload of stuff that's actually going to be happening soon, which you may or may not be interested in. If I could find my actual list, which has temporarily disappeared for some reason. Where is the list? Ah, here we go. Cool. So yeah, basically starting from tomorrow, I've got. Oh, I've lost it again. Let's look. There we go. Right. So I've got AW Dynamite for all the Dynamiters is tomorrow. That will be hopefully about 10:30 at night, give or take. So I do reaction to AW, which is obviously on this evening. So yeah, I'll be watching that hopefully tomorrow and being able to do a live reaction. Sorry to those of you who were waiting for the Monday Night Raw reaction. By the way, I literally just ran out of time. I mean, I haven't actually even watched Monday Night Raw yet, so I might have to do a combined Raw and AEW show again. Hey, Mr. Cool, how you doing, mate? You all right? Up the Reds. Yeah, so I've got Dynamite coming tomorrow, and then, crikey, it's nearly Friday as well, isn't it? I've doing something on a channel called Toy Shots Friday. That'll be on at 8 p.m. I've actually got a couple of toy unwrapping videos as well, because I'm a massive toy and collectibles collector, geeky person. So that'll be at 8 o'clock. I'm also going to be live, because I'm going to do a special live thing for the World Cup draw. Because, like most of you know, I am British Ghanaian, and I'm very, very excited that Ghana are going to be in the World Cup draw. I cannot wait for this, seriously, because, like, obviously I love Ghana because my old fellow was Ghanaian, and, like, I really love when Ghana gets to the World Cup, because it's, like, proper special and everything. So I'm going to be doing the live draw for that at around 5:30, I think, give or take, on Friday. Saturday night's going to be a very interesting one for me personally, because Liverpool are playing Leeds United, so I'm going to do a bit of a preview for that at the end of this as well. That could be very, very interesting for me, because it's at 5:30, I believe. Keep this to yourselves, but I'm going to see if I can get down to the actual ground when it's a little bit less boisterous, shall we say. This is only if we win. If we lose to Leeds United, I will not be leaving this house. Except that isn't cool either, because the missus is actually a Leeds United fan, and my son's kind of on the he's on the fence about being a Liverpool fan or a Leeds fan. So yeah, because he's not really that into football basically. But Liverpool, all I'll say is please do not lose to Leeds United, because literally I will never ever hear the end of this if we lose to Leeds. Never hear the end of it. Sunday, I'm going to a like horror Christmas market, so there'll be some shorts on that, maybe a little vlog as well. I'm also going to be on live for Liverpool on Sunday as well, because we're in the FA Cup draw this week, and I want to say it's about 5 or 6 o'clock maybe. So I'll be on then as well. Tuesday night I'll be back on Monday night Raw duties, and I will actually watch it this week. Like I said, I might just have to do a combo tomorrow of AEW and Monday Night Raw. And yeah, the week after is very, very cool as well, because I'm actually going to be filming a live music event called Hard Light, which is a night of dark electronica. You may have seen on the channel before that I did that before some point in October. It's been put on by my very good friend, A Short Dark Stranger, Mr. Cabaret Chris. Can I encourage you all to go to his channel, Short Dark Stranger, because he's an awesome artist, and he's putting on this gig, which is going to be really, really cool. So I'm going to be filming it. I'll do a couple of promos for it as well soon, so you can know a little bit more about it. But yeah, there'll be lots of cool artists there. There's a wonderful act called Doberwoman, who, spoiler alert, is one of my very best friends. Hi, Doberwoman. Funnily enough, she's actually on this channel as well for like 1 second. But no, she's a very, very cool artist and very, very nice lady. So yeah, that'll be a week on Friday around 8 o'clock. I think it's between 8 and 11, I want to say. And then the next night, in something completely different, I'm going to be doing a watch along for. Oh look, Arsenal scored a header again. Oh, what a surprise! Bloody hell, Mikel Moreno scored again. Crikey. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a kind of watch along of John Cena's last match, which is in 9 days' time on the Saturday. So yeah, that's going to be a bit emotional, but basically that's everything that's coming up on the channel. That's more or less what I do. So if you want to check out any content, you're more than welcome to. In terms of red stuff, there's like mural tours. There's highlights of the Tottenham semi-final last season. There's a couple of Legends games on there. There's highlights of when I went to see Liverpool Southampton. So I'm trying to build a little bit of a thing with that. In terms of watching Liverpool live, I'm trying to see if I can get tickets for the Carabao match. There is a very, very slim outside chance that I could get tickets for the Leeds down the corner from my house, but I'd say that's very, very, very unlikely. But like I said, I will try and get down there if I can do, for a bit of live reaction at Ellen Road. I'm thinking of discreetly putting myself at the other side of the stadium, basically well out of the way so that no one can see me. But yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday night. I'll check the score. If we happen to be like, I don't know, some random like 3-0 up, I'll start making my way down there. And then, yeah, we'll sort something out. But yeah, that's everything that's coming up on the channel, basically. So before I leave you guys, and like I said, if there's any comments and stuff, just leave it on the channel tomorrow when the video comes out. In terms of Liverpool coming up then, so I've got, like I said, live reaction of Leeds United. Like I said, hopefully I'll go down the road. Like I said, I'm not going down the road if we've lost like 4-0 or something random like that. So that's coming up. I'm trying to think what the next Leeds match is. Liverpool match. There's Liverpool versus Inter Milan. I might be able, for the first time ever, to be able to do a watch along for it, but I need to, well, basically, I know this is really bad, but I need to have a word with the wife to ask permission if I can actually watch it in my own living room whilst her and the child are wandering about. So yes, I'm not too sure about that just yet. So yeah, might be a watch along for that. But in terms of the Leeds match itself, I mean, it's kind of got a bit important now, hasn't it? I mean, if we can go the 3 unbeaten, it's not, but obviously it's less good, it goes without saying, if it's 2 draws out of Sunderland, Leeds. I mean, that's not great, but I mean, again, it would be 3 unbeaten, and then obviously that's all right going into the Inter Milan game, because our fixtures do get harder after the Leeds match, theoretically, because you've got Obviously into Milan, then you've got Brighton, who our record against Brighton is pretty poor, it has to be said. And they're always difficult, even at Anfield. And then it's Spurs before Christmas, so away from home as well. I mean, I know Tottenham aren't pulling up trees, but going away to Tottenham's always difficult for us. I know we won 6-3 there last season, but I mean, obviously it's not quite the same club at the minute. I'm just waiting to see if Arsenal score. Is this the second goal? Referee, you can't give a penalty for that, surely. Oh no, good, excellent. Yes, I think Mr. Moreno might have done a bit of a dive there, to be fair. Um, yeah, so like I said, in terms of the Leeds match, I mean, obviously, look, we'd have to go and win the match, but I can tell you, being local, that is going to be very difficult. And Leeds are no bogs, trust me, on their ground on a Saturday night, and after they've just beaten Chelsea as well, that has turned into a very, very difficult match. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. In terms of the team, do you know what? To be honest, I'd probably. How's he missed that? That's a terrible miss from Moreno again. I can't believe how many goals he scored. But um, in terms of the team, I'd pretty much go unchanged. I mean, obviously, we are. This is the thing. We are playing Inter Milan in what, Tuesday night, I think. So this is late Saturday night. So in terms of recovery, you've got Sunday. Presumably the players will be flying out on Monday to play the match on Tuesday, so maybe Arna might rotate a little bit. Is this the second for Arsenal? No. Keller has saved again. Well done, Queen. Um, I suppose now I think about it, because obviously the Inter Milan to Brighton, you have got, like, I think it's a 5-day period of rest, and then we've got a week between Brighton and Spurs. I think there might be a Champions League in between that. I'm not too sure, but we do get a longer rest period basically from the Inter match to the match. So he might have to make some changes. I mean, how on earth's that gone in? That's a terrible, terrible goal that Arsenal scored. I've just had a look at the Saka goal. That's just terrible. Keep Allison, obviously, goes without saying. I think Ibu and Van Dijk now, they look like they pulled the finger out. I'd probably stick with Ibu and Van Dijk. I think for Leeds, I'd be tempted to bring Kirkes in, just because obviously Leeds have got some tricky wingers, so I'd probably go Kirkes. If Bradley is fit, I'm throwing Bradley in. Just the fact that I'm not sure about Joey Gomez playing free on the bounce. Plus, I think Gomez would be better in the San Siro, personally, for me. Oh, it's a bad mistake by Queeve, actually. Very bad mistake. It's kind of unlucky as well. So yeah, where was I? Would I drop any of the midfielders? I'd be tempted to play Curtis Jones against Leeds, just because I know how the locals are, and they are a bit blood and thunder. And Alexis McAllister is, I'm not being rude, but not necessarily suited to that at times. So I probably think about Curtis Jones. Sobbo basically has to play every single match. I think Gravenberg will have to play as well. So yeah, I'd probably rotate McAllister and Curtis Jones. I mean, I'd be tempted, to be honest, with Endo. Not at the start, obviously, but like if we are winning, like, and it's like a 2-1 or something like that, I'd be tempted to be putting Endo on as you close at the end of the match. I think Isaac, I'd rotate for Ekatike. Maybe Mo comes back in now. Maybe the message has been hammered home enough. So yeah, I'll go with Ekatike, Mo, and you stick with Florian Wirtz, who was superb again tonight. Obviously, he's made the goal. I would say Chiesa, but I've given up with Arnold. He obviously does not fancy him. But as I said with my little rant earlier, at the end of the day, Federico Chiesa has, I'm trying to add it up, he's got us through to another round and he's responsible technically for 4 points already. So, you know what I mean? I just think Chiesa deserves a go. I mean, hopefully, maybe that is the plan when Mo goes to the African nations. I don't think it is, and I am going to miss Federico. Like I said, I really do respect the man for what he's done. He's literally got his head down. He's not complained. He's worked his balls off, and he's done really well this season. I just don't understand what the thinking is behind it at this stage. I really don't. Let's have a look. AJ, how you doing, AJ? You're all right, mate. Nice to speak with you again, dude. So yeah, that's probably my team actually. So yeah, we'll go Alison Becker, Ibu Kanate, Virgil van Dijk, Kirkes and Bradley, and then we'll go Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, Dom Sobersley, with Hugo Ekitike, Mo Salah, and Florian Wirtz, which is quite exciting actually. If they can get going on that. Do I think we will beat Leeds? I've got a horrible feeling that that win tonight hasn't particularly helped us, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, but like I said, I think overall I'm reasonably satisfied this evening. We've got a point. We're two unbeaten. At least now we are getting some results. And I know we had that garbage period during the international break, but we've recently beat Real Madrid. We've recently beat Aston Villa. Obviously, then we had the three matches where we didn't win, but then we won at West Ham away, and we've just got a point to start against Sunderland. Admittedly, it's not brilliant, but it's what, 3 wins, a draw, and 3 defeats, as opposed to what was it like? It was something ridiculous, like about 7 matches lost out of 8, whatever it was. So you can tell they're slowly getting back to where they were. In fact, oh, the Liverpool game's on now. Brilliant. I'll stay and watch that with you guys before I disappear. Yeah, they're just showing it on Match of the Day, folks, now, if anyone is watching. So yeah, it is. It's better than it was, but it's still obviously not brilliant. I mean, look, we've got no chance of winning the league this year. Absolutely not. It's not going to happen because we simply are just not good enough at the end of the day. So yeah, that's about it, guys. To be completely honest, like I said, I'm hoping to go to Ellen Road if I can do. In terms of oh, there were a couple of things I was going to talk about actually. In terms of seeing Liverpool live, I'm hoping to get tickets for Karabag. I'm getting my tickets for the Legends game against Borussia Dortmund in a couple of weeks, give or take. So that'll be on the vlogs on the channel as well. Really like the Legends matches because they're really good. Here we go. It's the Liverpool match now. Oh, so unlucky. Yeah, he's playing well, Wirtz, at the minute. I'm hoping if we get a decent FA Cup draw to possibly go and see that as well. So if it's someone like, I don't know, like Chesterfield at home or something like that, because I can only get tickets for hospitality and stuff. If it's someone like that, it's not horrendously expensive. I'm going to try and go as well to Anfield. So hopefully I might be able to see them in person like 3 or 4 times. And like I said as well, on the channel that's always available, there's vlogs of me with the Tottenham match, with the Southampton match a couple of years ago, and there's wall mural tours and loads of stuff around Anfield. So yeah, just check out Geek Boy Does Liverpool and Geek Boy A Liverpool Story. Speaking of Liverpool, and this is the last thing I'm probably going to say before I end this, guys, to be honest, there's not too many people watching, which is fine. Just thank you for everyone who's contributed tonight. It's nice to speak to all of you. Oh, what is Ali doing there? That's terrible, that is. I've just seen Alison Becker nearly concede a horrendously poor goal. Oh, there is a bit of deflection on it, actually. He was very lucky there, though. Yeah, the last thing I was going to say, folks, and obviously regular subscribers will know I mostly do short form videos. Short form videos and a few lives here and there. It's a great shot by Sobber. Last thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's pretty disgusting, but I just wanted to send a shout out to all the Hillsborough families, and everyone's been affected by the inquiry this week. Obviously, I know that's been, well, it's been a horrendous experience for 40 odd years basically. And yeah, just shout out and all love to all the Hillsborough families and friends. Obviously, as I've said before a million times, this channel's always open if anyone wants to chat about the 97. And if you need any support, look, we're all here at the end of the day. We're all Liverpool fans. We all love you. And if there's ever anything that I can do on this channel, I will do my best to help. Obviously, justice for the 97 goes without saying. And yeah, if anyone does need any help, just reach out. You are not alone. Well, that's our thing, isn't it? You'll never walk alone. But there we go. Hey DT, how you doing, my friend? You alright? On the way to bed, but wanted to pop in. I was going to say, DT, I actually managed to click onto one of your videos. You were in the garage, mate. Yet again, I was able to watch for all of a minute. I might as well not have a lunch break at the moment, mate. It's just absolute. Well, I mean, I work at a hospital. I'm sure you can imagine it's absolute bedlam at this time of year for obvious reasons. So yeah, I saw your feed coming up anyway, and I managed to watch it for a minute, and then I was called away again while I was eating. I had a sandwich hanging out my mouth. So yeah, I am slowly building up my watch time too with you, I promise. I really am. But yeah, looks like you're doing well, mate, as well. You had quite a few people from what I saw earlier, actually, when I was on. But yeah, well done on your channel, mate. Anyway, it's very, very good. And yeah, good night to you if you have disappeared as well. In fact, I think DT, I shall be doing a similar thing to you. I shall be, after match of the day, I shall be heading for the sack. What on earth was that? I've just seen the goal Liverpool conceded. That is awful. Must have taken a huge deflection. I hope it took a huge deflection anyway, because that is truly horrific. Let's have a look. So this lad gets the ball. Oh, yeah, it hits Van Dijk. Yeah, basically it's hit Van Dijk. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're in good position. Oh, yeah, fair play to Alisson. He can't do much about that. It's basically this Sunderland lad's gone forward. He's hit the ball, and it's nowhere near, but it's hit Virgil van Dijk basically. He's hit more or less his back or his arse, and it's going that way, and it deflects that way. Ali's completely wrong-footed. No, you can't really have a go at the lads for that, to be honest. There's nothing they can do. That's just really unlucky. Fair play to Sunderland. They look like they played very well. So what is this? Flo's goal? What a finish that is. You've got to give him that. That's really bad. You've got to give him that goal. That was so honestly, the touch and control of Wirtz there was absolutely sensational. Let's have a look. Oh wow! Because right, if that Sunderland lad has got that goal, Wirtz must get that surely. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm giving that to Foreign first. Simple as that. That's his goal. I'm not having that. That's not his goal. That's outrageous. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It looks like we actually didn't play too badly tonight. Look, it's going to get better. Obviously, the lads aren't totally confident yet, but like you can tell it's slowly getting there a little bit. Let's have a look. Is this the Chiesa? I just want to stay on for the Chiesa clearance because it was. I have seen this and it was amazing. Here we go. So Chiesa is on his way. Oh, what a lad! What a lad! Something Juve on a cop right now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh, go on, Fede lad. That's just proper quality. That is. It wasn't so much the clearance; it was just the fact that he like literally broke his arse off to get back and help the team. God alone knows how we had so many people up front. I mean, but basically Virgin Ibu were like completely lost, and Federico Chiesa was the only one who fought to actually go and defend. So, yeah, no, fair play to Fede. That was very, very good. Yeah, just quickly, folks. Now the highlights finished. I just want to say, like I said, shout out to the Hillsborough families. I've kind of calmed down a little bit because I had a combination of had literally just been to therapy, and then I heard about the South Yorkshire Police Federation, if I could even call them such a thing. Basically, long story short, well, let's have it right, insulting the survivors and families of the Hillsborough disaster. Um, I couldn't believe the statement. I mean, to say something as callous, horrendous, and so poorly thought out is just. I mean, I honestly I don't have the words. I wouldn't expect that kind of behaviour from an animal, much less South Yorkshire Police. And at the end of the day, they are the reason why there is a memorial at Anfield for 97 people, because it is entirely their fault. And basically, they were corroborated by utter and complete bullshit from a certain newspaper who will remain nameless, that I wouldn't wipe my arse with if I'd run out of toilet paper. Um, and these 37 years later, they still can't bring themselves to apologise. And I mean, I really do not understand this at this point. South Yorkshire Police are, I mean, I've actually done some digging into this. Are pretty much the most poorly rated police force in the entirety of the UK. So, I mean, talk about throwing stones in glass houses. I mean, perhaps if they, I don't want to get too political, I don't want to get too rude, because I'm sure there's some lot of very hard-working people who work for South Yorkshire Police. I'm sure it's not all of them, but I would politely suggest that perhaps they should be concentrating slightly more on their appalling crime statistics in that region, which are horrendous, and perhaps concentrating more on inquiries into their incompetence of 20 years ago. I will let you guys research that. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm making reference to, but I don't really think people should be making comments when they have let so many children and families down in another appalling thing that they have contributed to directly themselves. Um, yeah, and just like I said, justice for the 97 as always. It's so. Why do families have to be insulted consistently year in, year out, when all they want is just a basic apology and people to be held accountable? And the excuse of them being in their 80s, obviously, look, you can't have people at that age, and I take the point, you can't have them in cells like you would a 30-year-old, 40-year-old bloke, because obviously they would need care, and I take the point, and that's fine, but there should be some sort of, at least, I mean, surely you could at least find them guilty, and we can't even do that, and I just, look, I'm not a Scouser at the end of the day, and I'll leave it here, folks, but the club means the world to me. Liverpool Football Club means the world to me. It's been there when I've needed it. Like I said, my old fellow died in my arms in 1997. And the first thing that picked me up was Liverpool Football Club. I remember going to see Liverpool versus Crystal Palace about, funnily enough, 1998. It was about a week after the 7th anniversary of Hillsborough. It might have been the 8th anniversary. I can't quite remember. It's 7th, 8th, or 9th, one of those. And I was in bits because it was the first time I'd been to Anfield without my old fella, and then I saw all those people in pain. And I don't know how, but there's a couple of Scousers that picked up on it and just gave me a hug in the coppin. Now, I don't know who those people are, don't know the names, but I'm just forever grateful. And I don't like the way that the city is portrayed. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Liverpool's the best city in England. Simple as that. There are a lot of cool cities. I'm a Midlands lad. I love Birmingham. I love going to Newcastle. Um, you know what I mean? Places like Bristol, decent places like that. But Liverpool for me is like, I mean, I love going to London as well with my son because my son likes London. But Liverpool is the best city, and it's the nicest city in terms of people and their behaviour and how welcoming they are. And I don't like seeing them having the piss taken out of them with this sort of thing. I really don't. Hey, how you doing, Jordan? You all right? Hey, brother. Um, yeah, and I just don't. And I'd say the same for all the tragedies. I don't like the tragedy chanting. Look, at the end of the day, I'm no lover of Manchester United by any stretch of the imagination, but I always make sure whenever the anniversary of obviously the thing that Munich air disaster, I always make sure I say shout out to Man United fans because it's more important that the people, there's still families who are affected by that to this day, who have lost parents and grandparents and this, that, and the other, and I always shout them out. Same thing with Leeds. What happened to Loftus and Spate, the two lads who were unfortunately tragically killed in the Galatasaray match, Bradford fires and so on and so forth. And I cannot believe there are actually people out there that's sick. And I include Liverpool fans who take the mickey out of the Munich, who find humour in that. It's not acceptable to me at all. It really isn't. Like I said, I don't want to go too political, but just to finish off, I'm appalled with what South Yorkshire Police Federation have said this morning. It's tone deaf, it's callous, and they should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves. For a police organisation to behave like a spoilt 12-year-old child is, I mean, yeah, I just don't have the words, quite honestly. That is a brilliant ball from Jeremy Doku, to be fair. I'm just watching. I'm finally watching this Man City versus Fulham match. It's completely insane. This actually. That was a fantastic ball by Jeremy Doku. To be fair, great touch by Haaland. Great finish by Foden. Yeah. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much it. To be completely honest, I'm going to. I'm gonna have a bit to drink. I'm going to watch match of the day. I'm gonna have some good food, chill out for a bit, and yeah. Thanks to the people that did watch this evening. Sorry it wasn't very well planned out. I will hopefully do a better live stream tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be on hopefully 10:30. I might have to do AEW and WWE again like I did last week because, as I say, I haven't even watched WWE just yet. But yeah, I will be back on tomorrow basically, and it should be good. Hopefully. And like I said, I've got loads of cool stuff coming up as well, so just keep an eye on the channel. And like I said, can I please encourage you to watch my channel on Friday because I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, half Ghanaian, British Ghanaian. My country is going to be in the World Cup draw, and I'm really looking forward to it. There's kind of a really weird, evil-ish part of me that wants us to get England. But there's a more practical version who does not want us to get England because I don't really want to be beaten up in a public house if I can help it, but still. There we go. Jordan MCFC. Hear very little these days at the Manchester Derby when I was young, partaking them chance never again. Oh, I'm glad you've admitted that, dude. I'm glad you admitted it. Like I said, Jordan, it's not me getting on my high. Well, I suppose it is me getting on my high horse. It's not me being woken or whatever these stupid young people phrases are. I've always been like this. I've never understood, and I didn't need it explaining by my parents or anything like that. It's a great finish from Fulham, by the way. I don't. If, like, I don't know, Liverpool beat Manchester United for argument's sake, I have no problem with flicking the V's and going, way, and Manchester is blah, 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 because it's all banter and that sort of thing is absolutely fine. That's not a problem. It's when you get to taking the mick at the footballers is always well, providing it doesn't go to. I mean, saying stuff about people's families. Like, I'm a father myself. You leave the fella's family now. If you want to take the mick out of the footballer, most footballers are going to be primed for that, and they'll just take it on the chin, and it's part of the game. And that's fine. When it's abusing people's sons and daughters and wives, that's not acceptable to me. And the same thing with the tragedy chanting is. Personally, for me, what I'm getting at is people actually get joy from it, and I don't understand why. Like, haha, I've just wound someone up. It's like, and how does that improve your life? Maybe it does for some people. I genuinely, I can't fathom how it does. I'm assuming it does, but it's just, I don't know. Personally, for me, I just find it very, very, very. I find it very bizarre how bullying or abusing someone and singing about dead people improves your life, but that's just me. I honestly, I don't know. I just find it bizarre, and I just find it hugely inappropriate. And as I say, I'm not going to say much more on this, but what South Yorkshire Police have done today is completely and utterly unacceptable. And I would fully expect there to be some sort of apology tomorrow, because this has not gone down well at all. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah. In conclusion, more or less pleased with the Reds tonight. Like I said, I would like to win, but 1-1 after what we've just been for the last month is absolutely fine. Liverpool, if you are listening to this, all I ask is, please, for the love of God, for those of us who live in Leeds and those of us who live 10 minutes away from the ground, please do not lose to Leeds United on Saturday. I can take a draw, that is fine. I would prefer a win. Do not lose the match. That's all I ask of you. There we go. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'd like to. Like I said, I'm not putting myself over, mate, or anything like that. But I'd just like to prime myself these days, because I used to be a bit of a. Funnily enough, I was speaking to a mate of mine the other day, and I was a bit of a prat when I was in my 20s. To be like most lads are, to be honest, and carrying on drinking, chasing after, which is fine. But I wasn't the most socially conscious young man. I just wanted to go out from Friday, 5 o'clock, get on it, um, stay out with the lads, drink, watch football, chase after a couple of ladies as you do, which is it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I pretty much, that was all I was ever interested in. And obviously, then you have a child, and life changes slightly, and then they're kind of looking up to you, and like I said, that changed my life a little bit. And these days now, like I said, I can't get behind people being abused, groups being abused without cause or reason. And yeah, like I said, this tragedy chancing is. I mean, there's no way you can stop it. You can put out all the rules that you want to, but footy fans are going to be football fans. And look, it's not all football fans. There's a lot of lovely, lovely people who support football. I mean, I like to think our fan base are very good with that sort of thing. Obviously, even Liverpool though, we have stupid fans that do stupid stuff. I mean, we all have it on in our own individual clubs. I'm sure there's all been times we've all hidden behind the sofa and gone, how bloody embarrassing, and so on and so forth. We've all got them, sadly, but yeah, it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you, Jordan, for watching. Thank you everyone else that dipped in and out. Like I said, this will be on YouTube podcast hopefully tomorrow, about 12 o'clock, give or take, and YouTube video. And yeah, cool. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Those of you who like a bit of wrestling, I will be doing AEW reaction, and probably also Monday Night Raw, so I might be on for a bit longer tomorrow. But yeah, I've got loads of cool stuff coming up. Really looking forward to it. And like I said, I hope you can definitely join me for the World Cup draw. Fellow Ghanaians, because I know there's a lot of Ghanaians who have subscribed to my channel. Big up Mighty Ghana. And yeah, can't wait for that on Friday. It's going to be awesome. There's loads of cool stuff coming up this week, and it's going to be an epic one. Next couple of weekends are going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and get some food, watch a bit of football, have a couple more drinks, and then yeah, it's bedtime. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Shout out to you all. Have a brilliant end of your week. Being a good listen, see you, God bless. Oh, thank you very much, Jordan. Thank you, mate. It's been lovely chatting to you, mate, as well, genuinely. Thank you very much for interacting with me. Seem like a good person. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. And I'll see the rest of you tomorrow. Bye-bye.